Hey everybody, this is a special somber edition of Winston Rocks. We're here at the World Trade Center Memorial. So we are here at one of the spots, I believe, where one of the planes came down. So depending on where your demographic is, we were in university when this happened. It was actually quite sad being here and think about what happened and all the people who passed on. And frankly, regardless of politics or what you believe, like in terms of who caused it or whatever, I'm not here to discuss that. That's for someone else to talk about. Honestly, today here, I'm just here to kind of pay tribute to folks, in those planes, in those buildings, the responders, unfortunately perished in the collapse. They have a museum as well. For me, it's difficult because, again, we kind of lived it, so it's very sad. It's the one, right? It's the one, right? Such a horrible event because, if you know about what happened, they didn't obviously recover people because they perished in the rubble. So, so horrible. I remember myself when I first heard about the horrible news. I was heading to class, and then they told me that obviously something had happened, at least with the planes, and to go home because we didn't know. We're in Toronto, so we have a high structure, the CN Tower, and people didn't know whether. And we have also high business towers as well, so we didn't know whether. Things were going to happen in Toronto, so they told us to go home, and so I did, and I watched it from TV, and it's something where I guess for me it was the first time where I felt something so horrible, horrible things happen all the time, unfortunately, in this world. I'm not trying to say this is, worse than necessarily unfortunately someone else's massacre as well. It's just for me, the experience was more something that I guess I connected with. I worked in financial markets and stuff, and there you go. So, unfortunately I went home and I watched it, and it's something that you can't, like you feel like completely helpless, obviously, with what's happening. And, I was a much younger man, obviously, and kind of learning You know, it's kind of those lessons about the world that you learn about at a young age, right? That things are not always fair. You know, when you hear about the stories about the people, about the families, you know, and then, you know, in terms of you heard why, you know, and makes you angry, makes you sad, right? Things are obviously never black and white, but you just don't want to see people dying, you know. It must be so hard for the families each year to come here. The anniversary of this event, tragic anniversary, is coming up, September 11th. Yeah. I mean, and like for us, again, our generation, growing up, you know, with this kind of I think there's two. There's two buildings, right? That went down? I mean, there's a lot of documentaries online. There was one, I think it was something number of hours in the world changed or something like that. It was called, I forgot the name, but basically what it did was it did a really good job of clipping the thing when it happens, and the several different video feeds from it. And you know, it gives you a feeling. When I first watched it, quite frankly, it kind of brought back a lot of memories for me, because you know. Yeah, to a certain extent, you know, you wanna cry for what happened and all these people that died, right? So it's just a tragedy. So when I come here, honestly, I got sad. I really do. I feel horrible for the families, you know, that are affected by this. I feel, you know, horrible for all of us, obviously, but especially for them. So, you know somebody, you are somebody that, you know, was. I'm truly sorry. It's just some water spraying up from it. It's windy here. There's the wind blowing from over there. You know, I pray nothing happens like this to get to anyone. Obviously, that's never assured, and obviously world tragedies are happening. But, you know, I think It's kind of a something that just makes you kind of hopefully make people, you know, take some time to think, take a step back, you know, hopefully be able to discuss things versus, you know, having like these things happen. But anyways, folks, my name is Winston. Sorry, I know this is a somber, you know, I don't even call it an episode, just a somber walk here. You know, my tribute to all these people, their families, and you know what, thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next walk. Bye bye.